dharmas of the three times pass from the future to the present, and from the present to the past without deteriorating. These texts favor eternalism. On the other hand, it is also said, conditioned dharmas, arising and perishing ever anew, do not last. This text favors nihilism. Why? Because that which is conditioned no longer exists after having existed. Thus in the Abhidharma, there are all sorts of statements that contradict the words of the Buddha. We cannot resort to it to establish that the shadow is a type of material dharma. When a rupa dharma arises, it necessarily has a smell, a taste, tangibility, etc. This is not the case for the shadow. Therefore it does not exist. The jug, for example, is cognized by two organs, the eye organ and the organ of touch. If the shadow existed, it should be cognized by these two organs. But that is not the case and, consequently, the shadow has no true substance. It is but a trompe-l'oeil. If one takes a burning brand and flourishes it rapidly in a circle, one draws a circle in the air with it, but this circle has no reality. Similarly, the shadow has no real substance. If it were a true substance, it could be destroyed or made to disappear, but as long as its screen is intact, the shadow is indestructible. This is why it is empty. Finally, since it depends on a screen and has no independence, the shadow is empty. But even though it is empty, its notion exists and the eye sees it. This is why dharmas are compared to a shadow. 9. Like a reflection in a mirror. The reflection in the mirror is not produced by the mirror, nor by the face, nor by the person holding the mirror, nor by itself. But it is not without causes and conditions. Why is it not produced by the mirror? Because there is no reflection if the face does not come in front of the mirror. Thus it is not produced by the mirror. Why is it not produced by the face? Because there is no reflection without the mirror. Why is it not produced by the person holding the mirror? Because there is no reflection without mirror or face. Why is it not produced by itself? Because in the absence of the mirror and the face, there is no reflection. To be produced, the reflection depends on the mirror and the face. Thus the reflection is not produced by itself. How is it not lacking causes and conditions? If it were without causes and conditions, it would exist eternally. If it existed eternally, it would be produced even in the absence of the mirror and the face. Thus it is not without causes and conditions. It is the same for the dharmas. They are not produced by themselves, nor by another, nor by both together. But they are not without causes and conditions. Why are they not produced by themselves? They are not produced by themselves because the Atman does not exist, because all dharmas come from causes and are not sovereign, and because dharmas depend on causes and conditions. They are not produced by another. If they do not themselves exist, their neighbor would not exist either. Creation by another would suppress the efficacious role played by sins and merits. Creation by another is of two types, good or bad. The good must produce happiness, the bad must produce unhappiness. If there is a mixture of bad and good, what is the cause and condition from which the happiness arises, and what is the cause and condition from which the unhappiness arises? If both are absent, the self and other are likewise absent. If happiness and unhappiness arise without causes and conditions, the person would be eternally happy and free of all unhappiness. If there is neither cause nor conditions, the person could not realize the cause of happiness or escape the cause of unhappiness. All dharmas are necessarily from causes and conditions. It is stupid to ignore that. Thus a person gets fire from wood, water from earth, and wind from a fan. Each of these things has its causes and conditions. The causes and conditions of this mass of unhappiness and happiness are the following. The actions of the past lifetime are the causes, and the good or bad behavior of the present lifetime are the conditions from which suffering and happiness come. These are the different causes and conditions of suffering and happiness. In truth, there is no agent or any enjoyer. The five aggregates are without activity or enjoyment. The ignorant person who finds happiness enjoys it and clings to it. If he finds unhappiness, he feels irritation. When his happiness disappears, he tries to recover it. A child, seeing its reflection in a mirror, is happy and becomes infatuated with it. But when this well-loved reflection has disappeared, the child breaks the mirror to try to recover it. Wise people make fun of it. In the same way, those who, having lost their happiness, try to regain it, are mocked by the Aryas who have found the path. This is why dharmas are like a reflection in a mirror. Moreover, the reflection in a mirror is truly empty, without arising, without cessation, but it deceives the eyes of fools. In the same way, dharmas are empty, without arising, without cessation, but they deceive the eyes of worldly people. Question. The reflection in the mirror is the result of causes and conditions. If there is a face, a mirror, a person holding the mirror and a light, provided these causes are brought together, the reflection is produced. Thus the reflection is both cause and result. Why do you say then that it is empty of reality, without arising or cessation? Answer. Being the result of causes and conditions, the reflection is not independent. Therefore it is empty. A truly existent dharma cannot be the result of causes and conditions. Why? If the cause pre-exists in the cause, there is no effect. If the cause does not pre-exist in the cause, there is no result either. Thus, if cream pre-exists in milk, the milk is not the cause of the cream, for the cream pre-exists. If the cream does not pre-exist in the milk, everything would happen as in water where there is no cream. The milk is not the cause of the cream. If the cream existed without cause, why would water not produce cream? If the milk is the cause of the cream, the milk, which itself is not independent, also comes from a cause. It derives its origin from the cow. The cow takes its origin from water and grass, and thus there are infinite causes. This is why it cannot be said that the result exists in the cause, or that it does not exist in the cause, or that it both exists and does not exist, or that it neither exists nor does not exist in the cause. Dharmas resulting from causes and conditions do not have self-nature. They are like a reflection in a mirror. Some stanzas say, if dharmas come from causes and conditions, they are truly empty of self-nature. If these dharmas were not empty, they would not be the result of causes and conditions. It is like reflections in a mirror. They do not come from the mirror, nor from the face, nor from the person who holds the mirror, nor from themselves. But they are not without cause. Dharmas are neither existent nor non-existent. Not both existent and non-existent. To refuse to accept these theses is what is called the middle way. That is why dharmas are like the reflection in the mirror. 10. Like a metamorphosis manifestation. Appearance. The 14 minds of metamorphosis are, in the first dhyana, 2 minds, viz. that of Kamadhatu and that of the first dhyana; in the second dhyana, 3 minds, viz. that of Kamadhatu, that of the first dhyana and